How many credit card ecosystems are you running right now? Guys, that is the topic of today's discussion. And I think it's super interesting, especially because I don't know if there's a right answer to this thing. Maybe there's a right answer for you. I really do love these topics. If you are new to the channel though, I'm Luke, and this is Luke's Points and Miles. I talk about points, miles, cashback, and travel. If that's something you might be interested in, consider becoming a subscriber. And if you enjoy this video today, slap that like button so we can get it in front of some extra eyeballs. Okay, so most of us have favorite issuers. You know, a system that just flows better for us and really follows how we spend and how we redeem. Sorry, cashback guys, today we're not really going to be talking about this option. We're going to be answering the question, how many ecosystems should I be using today in this credit card game? Personally, I will say I don't think there's a wrong way to run this points and miles game, and I currently run rewards card setups for Amex, Chase, Citi, Capital One, and even Wells Fargo now. Is that too many? Well, let's see if we can break down each side of the equation. First, let's talk about 5 reasons why you need the maximum amount of ecosystems possible for you. Reason number 1, the more ecosystems, the more sign-up bonuses, right? Even if opening tons of cards isn't your style, I think we could all agree sign-up bonuses are the most effective way to earn points and miles, and there really is no second place. So if we are spacing out our applications in a strategic, systematic way, we can continue to be approved for new cards with really large sign-up bonuses for, well, maybe forever, right? Getting the maximum amount of sign-up bonuses will require us to move in and out of different ecosystems and really pay attention to the limited time or historically high bonuses. Another reason for multiple different issuers is we really want to take advantage of transfer bonuses. See, issuers will sometimes offer a bonus when you transfer out to a partner. Common examples are American Express giving us a 30% transfer bonus when we transfer Amex MR points out to, say, British Airways Avios. Or maybe Chase giving us a 25% bonus when transferring Chase Ultimate Rewards points to maybe Flying Blue. Taking advantage of these bonuses can generate exponential value for folks redeeming for high value travel, like international first and business class flights. So it's easy to understand that if I have points in multiple different ecosystems, I have the ability to take advantage of more chances for one of these bonuses. Reason number 3 is pretty simple, but it needs to be said out loud. Points in more ecosystems means access to a greater number of partners. For instance, Chase doesn't have Avianca. Citi, Capital One are the only issuers with access to Turkish. And American Express has ANA. I feel like at some point you may settle on fewer options for your travel needs, but at least for a while, we want as many options as possible. Reason number 4 is one that I don't often hear during these discussions, and that is having more ecosystems gives you more redemption options. Example, Amex sometimes is difficult to cash out when you're in a bind, as is Capital One, but with Chase and Citi, you can always cash out for 1 cent per point. Or if you prefer using portals for some reason, Chase is going to have that potential to redeem at a bonus when you're using the Sapphire Preferred or the Sapphire Reserve. Reason number 5 is maybe just a preemptive counter argument, but remember at some point, you may realize you're only using the same 3 to 5 programs over and over again, and that most of your ecosystems share those programs. So if you value one currently over the other, you can have that option to transfer out to what you think might be your least valuable option. Example, I know JP Knowledge says that there are times when transferring to a common partner, he's going to want to use his Capital One miles first and save his Chase or his Amex points for something a bit more exclusive. And that makes sense. So what about the opposite philosophy? You know, guys who prefer commitment and concentration on one or at least fewer ecosystems. Is there any merit to this strategy? Well, of course there is. Reason number 1 is the most obvious. Some of us in this game take for granted just how hard it is to earn these points and just how long it might take to earn enough points for the redemption you want. Let's take a relatively frugal family of 4 that wants to take a family vacation to the old country next summer. They've found 4 business class seats on 1 direct flight, so this is not only going to be the most optimal way to use their points, but it's going to be an aspirational, really cool family vacation. Guys, most of you watching this have probably never priced 4 business class tickets before. Trust me, it's tough, but it's also a ton of points. It could very well be much easier booking this trip by just redeeming 1 currency. A good example could be an Amex bonus to Air France for the flights, and then cashing out city points to pay for the Airbnb. If you're not familiar, it's super tough to find hotels that will allow that type of occupancy in Europe. Another reason is just for plain old simplicity. If you have a simple 2 or 3 card setup and it works, maybe that's to your advantage, and that simplicity frees you up for other things that are more important, like going for that 400-pound bench press, learning Spanish, or coaching flag football. There is no way to challenge the benefits gained from prioritizing things in your life that are important. Reason number 3 is something that I think about a lot. These ecosystems have so much untapped value that we really don't talk about enough. Take things like Amex offers or even Chase offers. Running a huge setup with multiple ecosystems means I don't check and see what the current offers are all the time. So at any given time, I probably have 2 or 3 banger deals that I miss just because it's not possible for me to keep track of all those special offers on Wells Fargo, Citi, Capital One, Amex, and Chase. But hey, if I was just running that Chase trifecta, I could probably keep an eye on those bonus deals out there, but it is really difficult to maximize 5 different issuer setups. How about this reason? Focusing on fewer issuers, say maybe 1 or even 2, that might prolong your time in this game as far as being eligible for offers and new cards. It doesn't seem strange for someone to run a Chase setup for a couple years. Then maybe they move on to a Chase Capital One strategy. After mastering the art of transferring points, you maybe take a break from those 2 and start running a Citi setup. All the while going through each issuer, but keeping the focus on just 1 or 2. There's a lot of expertise to be gained doing it this way. My final reason for focusing on fewer issuers is you can keep your inquiries and new credit applications in a more manageable state. Take American Express, for example. Normally with Amex, your first consumer credit card will incur a credit inquiry or hard pull, but most of the time, subsequent applications will likely only incur a soft pull, and that is often the case even with applications for business credit. Guys, I got 2 questions for you. Do you have any other reasons to add to either one of these lists? Also, how many credit card ecosystems are you currently balancing right now? Like actually using? Does anyone ever feel overwhelmed trying to keep track of multiple cards from multiple issuers? And guys, this is a shameless plug, but if you want more information on these cards that earn transferable currencies, I will leave my super organized card link in the description below. Using my links really supports the channel and it allows me to provide you with videos like this. As always, if you've stayed all the way to the end, I appreciate you, and I want to thank every single one of you.